Let's read some of these comments to see if y'all are seeing it how I'm seeing it. How do y'all, if y'all see it how I'm seeing it? Let me see it here. Um, Road Dog said Whitaker needs to grant a certificate of review. Yep. Yeah, he's the wiretap. 75 million of our money to spend on her little boyfriend. Yep. They get Nathan Wade made 700,000 in like 2 years from that Trump case. He cleaned up. Brina says, so glad to catch a live, but 20 minutes behind. It's all good. You can catch up. Esquire says, somebody said the state went back and looked for them Boyer phone records because Kayla mentioned Woody saying something else was in the Infinity. See? Cold blooded. The state was on some stuff, man. Esquire said, it only says the phone was in the car. The person may not be with the phone. That's true. I don't even think they have accurate enough information to say the phone was in what car. They don't have that type of you would need that phone, and you would need like the phone itself and to get the GPS data off the phone. You're not getting tower records to get that pinpoint accuracy. No, I'm not going for that. So how's she going to say it is in the YSL trial? Rebecca said, Lil Mo, I've been between ATL and NBC, in NYC. Once Brian Steele got arrested, they made a lot of lawyers in America pay attention. People know nothing about rap. People who know nothing about rap. Reign Supreme said, I still don't believe Love. 3 experts have worked in defense's favor for the gang expert. They don't fit the criteria. The forensic expert, no fingerprints for Nut, and the cell tower expert. It makes no sense. Alda said, the new judge has been disappointing so far. Ambush 0 more times. Zandara Facts. Chaldigi said, no, she's making prosecutors work. She's making them work, but she's telling them to do the same thing Glanville told them to do. Turn everything over. She's saying literally the same stuff he said. And if they don't actually enforce the rules, what's the point of having rules? Alda said, they had that warning 6 months ago. Like, what the F? True. Alda said, making the state work is not any benefit to the defense. What do you think needs to happen for judge to declare mistrial? Well, first, the judge said that it'll be a mistrial if the jury says they can't unhear what Copeland said. So we'll see. We'll see if that's actually how it goes. Because, like I said, I don't think the jury is going to be able to undo that. There's no way. Copeland is too memorable. So on Thursday they did more arguing about which evidence should be allowed in. Which media, from phone calls to interrogation videos. Lil D was getting down in the interrogation rooms. Boy, he was giving it up. I'm like, golly. Let's see here. The judge kept asking, hey, what kind of jury instruction do y'all want me to give? And they kept on not having it. I guess eventually, after lunch, they eventually had it. And the judge is like, I'm going to tell the jury to disregard any disparaging comments made towards counsel and stuff like that. The state didn't like the whole disparaging thing, but the judge is like, no, I'm definitely going to say that. The attorney, like, still, when they left court Thursday, Attorney Love still hadn't turned over the list of 30 witnesses and the evidence that goes with them. So they're still going more of the same thing, just not doing what the judge is telling them to do. And the judge keeps on giving them, like, Love is like, can I have till Friday? Can I have till Friday at the end of business? She's like, give it to him Friday at lunch. So it's like, I'm fake tough. I'm being fake hard on them, but you're really not being hard at all because that was supposed to be turned over last week. Oh, okay. I got another note right here. Now, this is like another, like, this was a bomb that Max Shard, attorney Max Shard, came with. He says, Judge, excuse me. When they do that, they got something. Excuse me. I have good faith reason to believe that there was a meeting with Antonio Sledge, and there might have been some Brady material in that meeting. I don't have any information about the meeting, but I have a good belief. I'm under good belief that there may have been some Brady in that meeting. So then we find out. So then judge says, hey, Love, was there anything in that meeting with him? She's like, she got quiet again, like she does when she don't have an answer. But she was like, pretty much, I don't remember anything that could be used like by y'all. Then they're like, well, then a couple of Bruce Harvey is like, well, where's the recording of it at? Like, you don't have to guess. Where's the recording? Just give us the recording. She's like, well, Love is like, I was just asking questions. I didn't record or write anything down. And then the defense started to get a little bit riled up because now you're like, so you telling me that four people from the prosecution, investigators, all type of people, met up with this man and his attorney. He could have key information in murders, shootings, all this type of stuff. Nobody took a single note and nobody recorded a shred of the interview. Love is like, I don't have any, and I don't think anybody else had anything. Judge is like, no, you might want to check with your team. Just make sure. She's like, pretty much, if they didn't record anything, they didn't record anything. And then Attorney Love is like, well, I'll check with Antonio Sludge's lawyer just to make sure. Now, pretty much what they're saying is Brady material is that if Antonio Sledge, who took a plea deal in this case, said anything in that interview that is contrary to anything that he said or anything he agreed to in his plea hearing, or anything that he said that was contrary to something that he said in previous interviews or jail calls or anything like that, that is considered impeachment evidence, like it can be used for impeachment. Therefore, it is Brady material. And if it is found out to be Brady material, that would be, well, I think it would be a Brady violation. But the judge is saying it's not a Brady violation if there's no conviction. However, that would be Brady material. And sometime this week, the judge said, hey, is there anything else that could be Brady or not Brady that we could give to the defense that they could evaluate and figure out if they can use it or not? And on Thursday, Attorney Steele, Brian Steele said, hey, Judge, you told them to give us anything that they have, and they haven't turned anything over yet. So I'm assuming that they are saying that there's nothing, right? So Love is like, nah, give us till Friday, whatever. So if we find out that Antonio Sledge did say something that could be considered for impeachment, now the judge said, if y'all do that again, I'm on you. I'm on heads. I don't think it should be, if that happens and they do find out that Antonio Sledge says something that's contrary to his plea deal, there should not be a dismissal or a disqualification of the prosecution. It should be a mistrial with prejudice. That should be the only remedy. You can't undo this many Brady violations. You can't undo this much impropriety on the side of the state. You can't undo this much evidence suppression. You cannot, right? So the judge, we're going to see on Monday if the judge is really going to be tough. And this is the thing, right? This is why the judge is about to bail out the state. Before they get to any of that Antonio Sledge stuff, the judge is going to start out the morning talking to the jury saying, hey, how y'all feel about forgetting some of that Kenneth Copeland stuff? And if they say they can't forget some of it, or they can't get it out of their head what he said, they'll throw it out before they ever even get to these other Brady violations, before they ever even get to a ruling in Weinstein's motion. They're going to throw the case out and it's going to be retried. It's crazy. Oh, man. Okay. Let me see what the good people are saying. Give me 1 second. Let me see what the good people are saying in the comments. And now, I know I'm taking a long time, but this is a lot. A lot happened this week, so we gotta take our time with this one. Let's read some of these comments, and then we're gonna read the judge's order from Thursday. Let's see here. Oh, y'all been going there. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Making the state workers in. What's up? Nessie said, what do you think needs to happen for judge to declare? Okay, we read that already. I agree. The lady that stood up and asked the judge to stop all of this Monday is over. Alder said mistrial with prejudice isn't going to happen. It's not if they ask the jury the question first. I got a bad feeling about Monday. Chaldigi said, if jury votes no to Woody, mistrial, easy. The law will work in their favor. She is running for chief judge, I believe, so she has to stand strong. No, she's not running for chief judge. Judge Glanville is running unopposed. He's about to win again. Let's see. Reign Supreme said, I agree. Reign Supreme said, right, she was supposed to do it Monday. And I never heard anything about Love giving over affidavit either. Love is just doing what she feel like doing, and Whitaker is not enforcing anything. But Whitaker can't make it that easy. She's letting the law run its course. Alder said, notice how Love jumped to say if she had notes of her own, she don't have to share because it's work product. You know they got Brady. Yeah. But the judge said it's work product, but if he said anything that the defense could use, you have to reduce it to writing and give it to them. So it's not just a matter of work product. That is your work product. Your notes is your work product, but you need to write new notes and give it over to the defense if he said anything. Chaldigi said, yeah, Moontoon lawyer probably ran back and told. Reign Supreme said, the state and the judge are violating the rights of these young men. Love is lying her tail off at the expense of their lives. Yep. Rogue Bonsai 231 said, Love getting herself in trouble again. Don't trip yet. Facts. Repost.com, Cap. Let me see. Rogue said, then we'll see the real Whitaker when she don't do nothing. Yeah, I'm getting Glanville vibes off of her right now. I'm not gonna lie. State needs to call it an L. They let some ends that they thought was done lead them on a wild goose chase for 10 years. Facts. Rogue said, dirty till the end. Mimi, hey, Reg Podcast, what's going on, family? If judge does grant mistrial, I don't believe she would do it with prejudice. Mistrial with prejudice is the only true win for defense outside of a not guilty verdict. Facts. I think they only get the mistrial with prejudice if they find out that another Brady violation occurred and the judge told them turn over this. First of all, let's talk about this real quick before we even go forward. Let me talk about this real quick. You got to understand also, Whitaker is not just trying to help protect the judge that just got recused, Judge Glanville, right? We can all see that she's trying to protect him. She's not letting anything on the record go. If anybody says anything bad about Glanville, she's not letting it ride. She is correcting it and saying, I don't think it was that, right? That's first. Secondly, you have to understand she's still a judge. She still helps people lock these type of dudes up all the time. That's her job in Fulton County. That's two. Number three, in Fulton County, they all look bad if the state loses this case. Y'all have to realize that. Everybody on the government side of Fulton County, as far as law, like justice, the justice side, they all look bad if the prosecution loses this case. So they are, before they ever consider it a mistrial and let these dudes free, they are going to make sure it is such a clear violation that you can't deny it, right? So if it's any way to argue that it's not a violation, the judge is going to side with the state. They cannot allow Young Thug and YSL to beat this trial. It's really bigger than all of them. Honestly, it's bigger than everybody. It's above them, right? Now, what's going on, what we're seeing right now is nobody's bigger than the program, and Whitaker is not bigger than the program. She knows she has to give the prosecution the benefit of the doubt. I don't know, a lot of y'all are probably not in Fulton County. In Fulton County, they are blaming YSL and If Gang for 70 to 80% of the violent crime in the county, right? Essentially saying that these people are murderous villains that just need to be taken off the streets. So they are not, like, no matter what judge they put in here, no judge is going to allow them to get off this, to get out of this trial that easy. Yes, they have some of the best lawyers in the state on the defense side. But one thing that the state has on their side is the judges. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, the state has all the judges, not just Glanville. They have all of them on their side, right? So keep that in mind, that a loss for this prosecution is a loss for all of Fulton County politics. All of these people have to run for the seats that they have. So they know we can't let these people that Fonnie Willis just told was causing all these deaths. We can't let them get back on the streets by being as strict with the Brady rule like we saw in the Alec Baldwin case, right? So keep that in mind. They're not going down without a fight. And trust me, the judge is on their side, the state side. I don't care who it is. Road Dogg said, blame Gaither and Dennis. Zendar said, I hope he know what they was talking about. Chadiggy said, cooperate. They can't forget as a juror, your main assignment is to pay attention and listen. Zendar said she denied Weinstein. Oh, she denied it already. Okay. Nessie, we are here. I missed that one. That she denied that? Nessie, could it be the judges giving the prosecution an out with the jurors having the power to cause the mistrial while also seeming to put this fiasco to an end? Yeah, she's trying to act like she's being tough. She's not being tough on this. Hip Easter Love ran for DA in another county. Yeah, she did, and she lost. Chaldigi, YSL may all have told, but they trying to get a win, so they will work together. Facts. Esquire, I think they'll get the mistrial with prejudice on appeal. We're going to see. Bro, you know there's more Brady. The state can't even plan out 30 witnesses, and they still got 100 witnesses. Ain't no way they're going to tell they ain't got Brady in there. The state ain't even seen yet. Facts. Renee Martin says she already got the... Dang, I missed the Weinstein joint. All the politics. It's always politics. And in Fulton County... Y'all know Fulton County is the big money county in Georgia. Everything is here. All the money is here. All the richest people are here. All the politicians are here. Like, all eyes are on this case. And all eyes are on Fonnie Willis. So the people that like operate in that courthouse, they're working together. Trust me on that. All right. So now we're going to see what we find out about Antonio Sledge in that meeting that he had. But I think, Max Shard must have known something. For him to bring that up like that, and he didn't bring it up any other time, but he just brought it up Thursday afternoon, pretty much not giving the state a chance to really do too much rebutting of it. He must have known. He must have gotten the information from somewhere that Antonio Sledge said some things that the state is not turning over. So that's going to be an interesting one. So now, this is something we all need to understand. Let's see what the people are saying, man. Let's see what the people are saying. Okay. Repost.com said they are backing up the court system with this RICO stuff. Facts. Chadiggy said, I live in Fulton County and everything's corrupt, even the weather. Facts. It was raining for about 3 straight weeks. Did you notice that, Chadiggy? It was raining for 3 straight weeks around here. What was that about? In the middle of the summer. That's different. Alda said, Sledge's lawyer told him, I think Sledge's lawyer told him something too, and it's about to get real dark for the prosecution. All eyes should be on that home decorator. What is that? On your home decorator. That's funny. That's funny, Hot Wang. Chadiggy said, yeah, because Mook Toon head. We haven't seen him, period. They labeled him a snitch, so he got to fix it. Chadiggy said they don't want to try SB separately because he will win. Yeah, he will. They will all win if they get tried separately. That's why they have to wrap it up like this. Listen, Attorney Harvey is like, yo, they haven't even mentioned my client in none of this stuff. He didn't do anything. And the state is like, nah, but he's friends with these people that have done these things. And he claimed YSL. And since they all friends and he claimed YSL, he's part of this RICO with them. Just think about how sick you got to be to say, yo, you got some friends that might be criminals. I'm about to charge y'all, and I'm going to figure out who's a criminal in the trial. Like, come on. Like, they are just violating people's rights, man. Alda said, I hate how the judge said because the defense got it now, it ain't Brady. I don't agree. Yeah, the judge in the Alec Baldwin case didn't agree either. I thought the state had till noon today to turn everything over, though. They did. But because they didn't have court, we didn't get to... Because they didn't have court, we didn't get to see, we didn't get to see if they actually turned it over, and we didn't get to see them evaluate what was turned over. But we will find out Monday, depending on how the conversation with the jury go. I think that the judge told the state, I think the judge told them that they probably come in earlier than the jury. If I'm not mistaken, the judge said, I'm going to find out from the deputies how early they can get them here, and we might come in earlier than the jury. So we'll see. Chadiggy said, I'm tired of the Brady Bunch, facts. Sinead said, In all honesty, politics aside, I would like to see everyone following the rules, no cheating in this case. If they are just as bad as the state alleged, then it should be a slam dunk for them. Yeah. The way Love behaves in the court always sides with her, even if she's wrong, scares me. Sounds like pure corruption at its finest. Yep. Rebecca said, I think the defense is sitting on a lot to tip to the state. Notice they bring up things at the end of the day. Yeah, they Brian Steele and that team have people sprinkled all over Fulton County and all. They are tapped in with everybody. So anything happen, it's like, just think about like like a drug dealer, right? You like, anything that happened on this block, I need part of it. That's like pretty much Brian Steele when it comes to defense lawyers. Anything happen anywhere in the state, come through. It's like information is being funneled to Brian Steele. It don't matter what it is. He has a little bit of information about everything, right? It's kind of crazy. Let me see here. I think the defense was. Oh, now y'all tell me, do y'all think Brian Steele should have held on? I think we might have discussed this a while ago. Should Brian Steele have sat on that information about the ex parte meeting until after Copeland testified? And then when he would have brought it out, if he brought it out then, now it's a Brady violation that we cannot fix with a transcript. Giving us the transcript now after Copeland is off the stand can't be fixed. Should he have sat on it? Now, the only reason it just hit my head, it probably wouldn't have mattered, because you know what the judge would have said? The judge would have said, well, y'all as the defense, y'all can call Copeland and you can question him about the stuff as your witness. So no, that wouldn't have worked. They needed Glanville to get disqualified. They needed that. Okay. Latisse B said, let's find out when it's election time. Let's show up and vote them out. Vote who out? Oh, well, you got to think. Well, I don't know who you're saying vote out, though. The judges are running unopposed. They don't have any opponents. So voting them out, we have to run against them to vote them out. Alda, I can agree with that. Not a day go by the defense don't drop a bomb at the end of the day. Mimi said Kayla didn't help Weinstein. Alda said defense need to reach out to Tick, DK Bean, and the girl Bennett and see if they had an ex parte before testifying, especially the girl, because they arrested her and put her on the stand. Facts. The only issue with that is the lady, her name is Archillian Bennett, or A. Bennett, or Shay, as some people call her. She's an op. She's not a friendly. She's not a friendly to the YSL team. She's on the other side. She's not going to help them at all. And then they can't reach out to the other people, because that would be, you can't really talk to witnesses like for real like that. It's almost witness intimidation. You can interview them for like the case, but anything else, you skating on thin ice. It's almost intimidation. Yes, the judge pulled a bait and switch. I think someone got to her. Alda, that's real though. Alda says she's finally puppet. They are all calling the shots. Judge just a messenger. Yep. They couldn't charge him for anything. It was also a lie. You're right. They lied to him multiple times in there. She needs to go back to school. Yeah, Woody said that. State is used to using the coercion tactics. Nessie, yeah, she could have saved the poetry in the first paragraph. That was super poetic. Super poetic. Alda said, why the excuses? All the state's attorneys and judges have 20, 30 years experience. No excuse for these mistakes like they're first year law students. Child Please said, pure BS, reign supreme, so grant bail. Yep. Mimi said, Alda, I was thinking the same thing. Judge insulted Kayla about her knowing what the next parte is. I felt bad for her. Alda said, Stillwell looking at life without parole. Facts. People look, because they are looking at them in this case as all like violent criminals. So they, like, these judges know we can't just easily get rid of. If this was like a petty drug case, they would have thrown this out a long time ago. But the fact that it's the kind of case it is, they can't. After saying that these people are responsible for 70 to 80% of the murders, they can't then let them leave like that. They can't. So the judge has to do what she's doing. For political reasons, I say. Brina says, we see the setup all the way here in the UK. Shout out to the UK. Reign Supreme, I'm pissed. Training verse 20 plus months, no bail. Yeah. Rogue said in a partridge in a pear tree. Stacy said the judge is corrupted and sneaky. The Harvey client got a small drug charge in 2015. That's his only ever charge in life. Facts. And every time Harvey asked to be severed, the state stands up with the quickness to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Judge, but they all have RICO cases because they're all friends. And we didn't say he committed all of these crimes. We just saying that he acted in concert with everybody else at some point." Like, that's sick. Why are you doing that to these people? Wrote, child, please, the free posts and the shirts being able to be used as evidence was crazy to me. Shout out to Brady for the £5 super chat. Imagine a juror having to write a 10-page essay and the prosecution having to rewatch a Brady training video. Yeah, the juror got a harder punishment than the prosecutor. It's crazy. Hippies, the court starts Monday. Judge said Monday, 8 a.m. I thought the judge was saying Monday at like the 8 a.m. was for the lawyers in the defense to come in at that time. And the jury was coming at like 8:45 or 9 o'clock. But y'all probably heard it better than I did. I know she said 8 o'clock, but I didn't know if they were coming in early to discuss, like, did y'all turn over all that evidence type of thing. But we'll see. Fiddle DD. There's probably a rule about giving a warning before being able to make more severe decisions. Maybe. Still is connected. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for watching. Reign Supreme. Yeah, he should have sat on it until after. Rogue said it gets them more taxpayer time off work to watch videos and expense lunches. Where did that go? Yep. Fiddle Didi says similar to the UI decisions. Esquire said still couldn't hold the Brady because the statute only gives 5 days after he learned about the ex parte. If it's not raised, they waive. Yeah. That's true. You got 5 days to put a motion in. But the thing about it is everybody's lying, right? So you really didn't have to say, hey, I found this out weeks ago. You could have been like, hey, I just found out about this meeting because Brian Steele never said this is where he got the information from. So he could have popped up and said, yo, I got this information. And he didn't have to say when he got it. But I feel what you're saying, though. You got 5 days to put a motion in after the infraction or after you feel like you've been violated. Fiddle Didi said they are following procedures. Reign Supreme, the judge isn't any better than Glanville. This case is a ish show. Reign Supreme, hearsay is not evidence. Where's the evidence? Mimi Fani was a lawyer in the past for someone in YSL. Now she's trying to send them all. Yeah, she was YSL Mondo's lawyer. One of the founders of YSL that was not tried in this case. The reason he wasn't tried is because they would easily beat that. Casey said, let me see, are they all looking at the same time because it's RICO or different sentences? They're looking at different sentences, but all serious time because the RICO carries a lot of time. But some of them are looking at more time because of the murders that's involved. So they can get life, no parole, all that type of stuff. Fani was Mondo, yep. Fani was Mondo's lawyer. Child Diggy said the only witness was a person who said he was at the location of Nutt's killing, but the detective didn't see anything but a bird at the scene of the crime. Well, no, we got video of the Nutt killing now. We already seen that a couple months ago. And I thought there was no witnesses too, but actually there was a bunch of people. They just all refused to talk to the police about what they saw. So the only person that did tell did like quote unquote say that he saw something was the guy the drug addict dude that came on the stand and said back in the day that he saw Kenneth Copeland in the car. And he told them that Kenneth Copeland was there doing the shooting with them and all that type of stuff. So he was the only one that actually came forward. But as far as witnesses goes, there was a lot of people out there. And by the way, remember we saw the video, Donovan Thomas's brother was there when it happened. And also remember, YSL members' houses and families' houses began getting shot up immediately after Donovan Thomas got killed. So the people there saw who did whatever happened, or they saw what they saw, right? They just didn't tell the police. The only person that ended up going to say something was like Kenneth Copeland. And the Fiend said something like a couple years later. But nobody that was trustworthy said anything. The people that was there, they started sliding, as the kids say. Let's see. So yeah, Child Police said the jury will be in at 9. Yeah, that's what I thought I heard them say. Child Diggy said the detective found out the man was lying when he listened to the cell phone calls, contacted the other guy, and the guy said he knew nothing about it. Yep. Reign Supreme, Woody was on the stand for 4 days. Rico, yo, what up, Free Thugger? What's going on, Rock Boys for Life? Esquire, somebody said Fonnie had an intimate relationship with Nut, allegedly. Yeah, supposedly that information came from Young Thug's dad. Supposedly Young Thug's dad put that information out in the atmosphere. So we don't know if it's true, but Fonnie Willis has been known to be romantically involved with people that, you know, strange circumstances. I'll say not strange people, but strange circumstances. Let's see. Fiddle said, I see how you feel about it. Alda said, when Fonnie went after this YSL case, she claimed 50 murders. So where the other 48? Cause she claimed to have in this case. Yeah, they saying all type of stuff. Reign Supreme, there were several witnesses, according to Hilton. They know it's not Woody. Brady. Child, please. The brother was running around with that tool, yeah. Alda said, I think Shell Kells killed Nut trying to shoot back. I really do. Nah. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. We don't want to put that on. You don't want to put that on the brother. Say the brother, like, we don't even, nah. We don't want to do that. Nessie said, hopefully the interest in this trial should result in necessary prosecutorial reform and more transparency. Shell Kell is the reason why. Fiddle, I admire your commentary. I appreciate that. So